What's up, YouTube? We're back with another video of me drawing my girlfriend, and today I'm just gonna skip the part where I draw in pencil because I figure why the hell not? You know, just gonna get straight into the action of inking here, and yeah, we've been like rewatching Naruto, like early Naruto, back when like he was a kid before he even like had children. Which is like pretty wild to think that like Naruto has children, especially when you see him like in the early years. He's just like this knucklehead ninja, just like idiot, and then like all of a sudden he has like children and he's like paying taxes and like raising kids. It's like pretty weird to see Naruto back when he's younger though, because like I haven't seen him when he was younger like in years, and like I'm past a Chunin exam, like right where Itachi shows up. And I remember thinking when I was a kid that like Orochimaru was like one of the scariest things, like anime characters of all time. And I still stand by that. Like I think honestly, now that I'm an adult and I like actually realize like the experiments that he's like been doing on people, I could argue that he's even worse when you see him as an adult. Because like as a kid, you don't really realize to the extent of like what he's doing. But then once you're an adult, you realize that like this dude's like kidnapping children. He's like, you know, experimenting on them and stuff. And he wants to do the same to Sasuke. And I'm just like, dude, like, this is horrible, you know? Like, Orochimaru is like a real nightmare. And every kid was right to be afraid of him when they were kids because it's like, other than this, the fact that he's like a slimy snake dude, you know? He's like actually a threat. But, the fight with Gaara, honestly, like Naruto versus Gaara, the fight, I do not really think that that fight was as good as it should have been. And I say that because when you watch Rock Lee versus Gaara, it's like the most epic thing in the world. You know? Like, Naruto was just more fighting him just to save his friends. Whereas, like, Rock Lee was fighting him to, like, advance in the Chunin exams. So it was like a different vibe. But I will say, Shino is the underrated GOAT of that arc. Like the whole arc where they had to go during the Chunin exams when they had to track down Gaara and the other Sand Ninja to stop them from like attacking the village and stuff. Shino went on his own. Like he didn't even have to be told by a sensei to go after Sasuke, but he just went after Sasuke and just fought Kankuro like on his own. No one said, "Hey, Shino, go save Sasuke." No, he just went. Like Shikamaru went, but like he was told to go. That's like different. And I mean, Shino just like was a real goat, and he just showed up. And I think I'm starting to realize the older I get that like Shino is like one of the most underrated Naruto characters of all time, especially when it comes to like the fact that like he shows up like at many of the right times. Now I'm not at the Sasuke retrieval arc yet, but if I remember correctly, Shino went along with that too. I may be wrong. Honestly, my memory is not that good. But even if he didn't, you know, she knows a goat for sure. She knows a goat, especially in Boruto. But that's like a different story. I actually have an unpopular opinion that Boruto is actually good. You know, Most people don't think that, but I actually like Boruto. I actually think it did what like Naruto couldn't do. I mean, what Dragon Ball Z couldn't do, which was pass on the torch to to the next generation. You know, it's not just like Naruto time. It's really about Boruto. All right, so today we're gonna try out these markers. I don't really know how well they work. Honestly, I am awful with using markers, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it out on the paper first before I just commit to the bit. You know. It's actually funny. I have gotten so used to using watercolors that I don't really know how to color with anything else but watercolors. Which is crazy because I'm not even like the best with watercolors, but hey. I still have the watercolors though, don't worry, we're gonna bust that out, you know? Gotta always bust out the watercolors. Gonna go in here and get her hair colored. Oh no, I made her hair blonde. Her hair's brown now. Yeah, it's fine. We just have a little bit of brown highlights in here, you know? And also, in good news, One Piece is back, which is like crazy. It actually came back on. They are 2 episodes, if I remember correctly, on Netflix. I think the one thing I hate about the markers, though, is that like they tend to bleed when they reach contact with Sharpie, which is like awful because like that's like my main source of markers, just Sharpie. So like I got to figure out a better marker that works with Sharpie for sure. Because I can already start seeing the bleed into the picture. Whereas my watercolors, for whatever reason, they don't bleed into the Sharpie, you know? They just do what they're meant to do, you know? They lay on just nicely, as they're supposed to. But it's fun, though, yeah. It's just a sketch. Alright, then we gotta color Salem here. Salem Balaam, you know? He's kind of a dragon tank. Salem is actually part dragon, if I'm being honest. He looks like a dog, but in reality, he's like that. He's like the dragon from like How to Train Your Dragon. Salem's just like part of whatever dragon he was. I think it was a Night Fury. I think that's what it was, if I remember correctly. He may be a Night Fury, but either way, Salem's dragon. For those who didn't know, he's part dragon for sure. Yeah, here we got my girl here, you know, with the dog, you know. I just did my taxes today, and that was like a horrible experience. Shout out to the U.S. government for making us pay taxes, you know, or even just having us do them. At this point, I feel like the U.S. government has so much power that they should just do your taxes for you, you know? Like, I feel like it should be someone's government paid job to do everyone's taxes, you know what I mean? Like, that would be a nice way to spend taxpayer money. Because why make us guess? Because then it's like if you don't do your taxes, right? They still do them for you, and then they charge you. So it's like at that point, just automatically do them for me. You know what I mean? And whatever money is going to come out of my tax refund, just take some money out of my tax refund to pay whoever did them, you know? And if they're doing like everyone's taxes, that's quite a lot of money to make, in my opinion. If we had that system set up, which we should, because like TurboTax and all these other places, this is just getting silly, you know? Let's just have one place do the taxes, you know? Like, what's the IRS really doing? You know what I mean? They're like charging you for stuff, you know? If the IRS is set up for taxes, they might as well do our taxes for us, in my opinion. This is my unpopular opinion. It's probably the opinion of millions of Americans. I just don't know. You know, I don't really talk to people like that to like find out what they think about taxes. But here's my drawing of my girlfriend, Natasha Schimbled. Yeah. Thank you for turning into this video. Please like and subscribe, and there will be more videos coming soon.